2012, 2012. Now, there's a beautiful number. And according to Hugo Dixon, there's a beauty in numbers that's often overlooked. Assistant editor Robert Cole is here with me to sort of dissect this piece that our numerologist Hugo Dixon, or your numerologist Hugo Dixon,
yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Together.
Apparently it's Christmas or something.
I heard him talking about it on the radio this morning as well, on the BBC.
Yeah.
So people clearly take this stuff seriously. Tell me, let me start
It's one of those fascinations that people always say, oh, it's amazing, it's 12, 12, 12, or
well, not
1,
amazing,
2, 3.
it's beautiful and it's magical, according to Hugo,
Yeah, and it is beautiful, and I don't know. There's a certain craziness about this piece, which is part of its charm. But I think Hugo's making a couple of serious points, which is, firstly, if you get a date which is 1111111, it's quite nice. Over in China, 8888, very very auspicious. Hugo's not saying that these numbers are vested with any sort of supernatural or mystical power or anything like that. He just likes them.
No, and I'm not being glib or cynical about this, by the way. But he clearly sees the beauty in these numbers. 2001 2001, 20th of February 2002, and so on and so on and so on. We've got, what are we again today? We're the 20th of the 12th, 2012. We've got to wait 88 years for the next one, which is the 21st of January 2101. 2101.
Yeah, and one of the interesting things here he's noticing is that he's got this sort of definition of what constitutes a magical number, a beautiful number. Let's leave that definition to him. But according to him, he noticed that there's a great bunching of these interesting, beautiful dates within the first decade of this century. There are about a half or a third of these beautiful dates in the second decade of the century, the one we're in at the moment. And then it tails off quite radically. So there are no terribly interesting or beautiful dates as we get to the end of the decade. So how lucky are we to be living in these particular decades?
Do you feel lucky?
Yeah, I feel so lucky. Euro crisis, financial crisis. Forget it. We've got dates that look pretty.
And again, it's easy to sound a little bit glib and cynical about this, but I see this, and we're going to feel particularly magical on December the 11th next year at 2:15, because of course it's going to be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
But I think one of Hugo's favourite dates is, what is it? The 11th of the
11th. 2011.
Past 11,
yes,
because that's all ones. So
10 ones nice. In a row.
Yeah,
he calls it exceptional.
Exceptional, yes. And but the other thing to try and give it some seriousness is, remember, and some sort of connection with finance, because that's what we're meant to be here about. But finance is all about numbers, except it isn't. It's all about people, and it's all about what you do with those numbers. So don't be. There's no need to be too glib, because we can appreciate one of the core commodities in which we all deal, which is figures and numbers, and let's take some pleasure in them when pleasure is there to be had.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there, I think. Just looking at this appendix full of magical dates in chronological order. You can find that on the Breakingviews website, if you so wish. Robert, many thanks. Robert Cole. For more agenda-setting insight... Agenda-setting insight. No, I mean, it was a fabulous piece.
Insight, anyway.
For more insight, watch our US Breakingviews show every day, 12:30 Eastern, 17:30 BST. I'm Axel Threlfall. This is Reuters.